Want you to make me feel like I'm the only girl in the world. Like I'm the only one that you'll ever love. Oh my goodness. I am super duper uber excited to talk about um, Rihanna's performance. I mean, now I didn't see it live because I was asleep because, baby said absolutely not. But as one pregnant, fellow pregnant mama to another, let me pull out my Fenty real quick. I have got to say that I am super duper. Let me get my camera right. Excited about seeing the performance. Like, I got a text from my husband asking, is Rihanna pregnant? I'm like, pregnant? I said, wasn't she on the Super Bowl? And then I got online and I heard what some of y'all had to say. Y'all are warned. But I am part of the Navy. And seeing her, I got online, got on YouTube, went on the official website, and then seeing it pan to her beautiful face and then down to her belly, and she was rubbing her belly. It sent chills up my spine, absolute chills. Um, I was just floored about how well she sounded, how well she did. Um, and here's I hope I'm not gonna be all over the place because again, I am a Rihanna fan. I saw her almost no, it was well, almost 10 years ago for her on unapologetic tour in Houston. It was amazing. With my baby sis, we had the time of our life. And um, I'm gonna make a couple of points here. This is not gonna be a too long video, but again, this uh, channel. Hello, let me welcome myself. My name is Coco, and this with Africa Pop Mommy Health and Fitness, and we talk about IVF, we talk about pregnancy, we talk about motherhood, my personal experience, and then also what the science and evidence suggests so that we can all have the best outcomes, particularly when you are 30 plus. Rihanna's 34. She is right before they consider her pregnant. Actually, she's going to turn 35 this year, which puts her into the geriatric pregnancy column. And what I can say is that to have, they call it ghetto twins, but to have two kids under two, I can imagine is not easy. Or to be pregnant and still have a toddler is not easy. Me and my brother are currently both 39 years old. We are 3 months apart. I can only imagine what my mother went through. So let's talk about how she looked. Look, I know I can't afford that. I'm looking at the image right now. The is it Lowe's jumpsuit? I love the bodysuit. I'm gonna look for jumpsuits to be wearing for the rest of my pregnancy because the good thing with that you can wear it um, pregnant and postpartum, and I'm gonna be looking for that. But how she looked, the red, the dances were giving with the white, the whole ensemble. She had the sneakers on. She was comfort mama, was just chef's kiss. And then when they panned her belly and she rubbed her, all pregnant moms know that belly rub. You know what I mean? I mean, some people might not caught it, but I caught her rubbing her belly a couple of times. Baby probably was moving around up in there like baby's moving around right now. So that was just amazing. Amazing. And and even the song, like she started out with Better Have My Money, and she ended with Diamonds. And then even in between the interpolation of when she was transitioning to different parts of the stage where she played a different song, well, had the background of the different songs was amazing, absolutely amazing. And let's talk about being pregnant and performing. Now, I still do my dance fitness class. I reduce it to once a week. And I go about 45 minutes. So it is a bit different than 13-minute set. but I am out of breath by the end of the first, well, not out of breath completely, let me not stop. But by the end of the second song, and that's like maybe 12 minutes in or less, probably 8 to 9 minutes in, I am completely exhausted, but mentally, not completely, but I'm like, I have to pace myself, I have to breathe, I have to keep going. So I've seen some of the comments online and listened to some people on the radio, and when they start talking about how, it wasn't giving like Rihanna and Beyonce, they're not the same performer. They do not sing the same thing. Rihanna never said she was a dancer. She does the dirty line that the Caribbean folk do and the African folk do, and that is what she's giving you. But she's giving you face, she's giving you energy, she's giving you attitude, all of that. So, like, it's not, do you, like, let me just take a step back. Even for the people who've had children, and if it's been 5+ years since you've had children, sometimes you forget. And all pregnancy is not the same, but she's pregnant, y'all. Her team confirmed it. She is pregnant, making history, performing while pregnant. And even with all that, she has to consider how she feels because with pregnancies, your limbs are more limber, if that's a word. You tend to be a little bit off balance. You have to be very cognizant of where you are. And then she was elevated so high in the sky. I would be scared. I'd be like, can someone attach the heart rate monitor to me, please? Because I would be in a full blown panic. But she kept her cool. I mean, she didn't let anyone see her sweat. And I mean, she even had, I wish I had my Fenty Blot. I think I broke it, but I have the lip balm, which is amazing. Ooh, excuse me, and a couple other products that she has. But it was I enjoyed myself. I've watched it at least twice in program, watch it a third time. Um, those dancers were on fire. Those dancers were so on point. And, for people to like, oh, we want someone else to come out, like some of y'all's attention spans is like a gnat. They asked for Riri, they got Riri. Yes, she could have brought other people, but you know what? It was her and her baby on the stage. That's it. Nothing else needed. And then, and also, I will review a Riri again in terms of her talking about motherhood. Because let me tell you something: what kids do to you, even though they shift your organs and your insides and all that stuff. Children bring about a certain joy that nothing else compares to or can compare to. That's just what it is. Like, and then when you announce and you're so happy to make an announcement, it is on another level. And that's why this channel is concentrated on motherhood and pregnancy. I'm not going to get into all of the rumors and the nonsense. I'm going to react to what I see. And there's a couple other reactions that I'm going to schedule for this week that I'm super excited about. And then also share my experience being someone who's 39 and pregnant in the third trimester and who is anxious. But that's why I'm so happy. I think I did cry. I mean, and it's all, I might be hormonal as well, about her performance. I mean, just looking at this imagery, oh, that outfit in itself, I love it. And you just see that little belly coming out. I mean, isn't that just the most beautiful thing? It really, really, truly is. So, I mean, what can you do? Just tip your hats off to that woman because she is she did the dang thing when it came to this performance in my mind. Pregnant again. Even sitting here, I have to inhale and exhale because I need to gather more oxygen. I have to be just more aware. I have to take my time. And this pregnancy, show enough, is different than it was um, 5 years ago. I mean, it's just your body naturally has wear and tear the older that you get. That's just what's happened naturally. So I I think Rihanna did an amazing job, pregnant and all. She gave you face, she gave you attitude, she gave you hits, she gave you jams, she took you back in time. She gave you baby belly rubs, she gave you dancers, she gave you floating platforms. Um, and you can just tell that she was happy. And they have been and listening to her pre-interview about preparing and thinking about the set list, and then also knowing that, in November she found out December, January. So 3 months ago when she agreed, she probably was in her first trimester. I don't know how or when. She hasn't talked about how this pregnancy. She hasn't said anything about this pregnancy. She just showed you the bump, but whether she had an amazing first trimester or not, it's still a lot to go through being pregnant and working. And I think sometimes that is minimized. And I just say kudos to all the mamas who are out there and doing it. But again, back to Rihanna, that bump, I'm just looking at it right now, is beautiful. And uh, yeah, I mean, all of the lights. Can I tell you a personal story? In my wedding, all of the lights was kind of like our entrance song, or supposed to be. I think the DJ messed up, but I just that part, turn out the lights in here, but it just the whole set list was awesome. There's so many things that she did not do. But I think the transitions, I just had to get up on here. I really should have made a list of how the transition of the songs, but that's cool because the main point of this video is really appreciate the first and only woman who has performed the Super Bowl pregnant, to my knowledge, is Rihanna. And she did the dang thing, and it's not easy. And there's so many things to consider. But I just love seeing celebrity pregnant women on stage doing the things. And I hope one day she talks about how she feels being pregnant and performing and what her experience is. And I believe she'll probably will one day, but that's my time. I'm not going to take too much of y'all's time. I just have to say that I'm excited to. I mean, our babies are going to be around the same age. I know that's so corny, but it's the truth. And I'm excited to just to see her journey, and to hear her talk more about motherhood and to review her conversation about motherhood because there's a lot of videos that she talks about what it is to have her son, like how I feel about having my son. So that's it for this video. I'll probably see y'all later this week. I am working on some things. I'll just be quiet about that. But this is Coco, and keep it bumping and popping. I'll see y'all later. Bye.